Many modern musical instruments are cumbersome or have a lot of parts. Some need a stand or a stool. But the cajón is a drum, a stand, and a seat all in one convenient box. And this simplicity may be key to its journey across continents and cultures to become one of the most popular percussion instruments in the world today. The cajón's story begins in West Africa, whose indigenous people had rich musical traditions centered on drumming and dancing. When many of them were captured and brought to the Americas as slaves, they brought this culture with them, but without their native instruments, they had to improvise. African slaves in coastal Peru didn't have the materials or the opportunity to craft one of their traditional drums, such as a djembe or a dundun. But what they did have were plenty of shipping crates. Not only were these readily accessible, but their inconspicuous appearance may have helped get around laws prohibiting slaves from playing music. Early Peruvian cajóns consisted of a simple box with 5 thick wooden sides. The 6th side, made of a thinner sheet of wood, would be used as the striking surface, or more commonly known as the tapa. A sound hole was also cut into the back to allow the sound to escape. As an Afro-Peruvian culture developed, and new forms of music and dance, such as zamacueca, festejo, and lando were born, the cajón became a dedicated musical instrument in its own right. Early modifications involved simply bending the planks of the box to tweak the sound, and when the abolition of slavery introduced the cajón to a broader population, more improvisation and experimentation soon followed. Perhaps the person most responsible for introducing the cajón to European audiences was Spanish flamenco guitarist Paco de Lucia. When touring in Peru in 1977, he and his percussionist Rubim Dantas discovered the cajón and brought it back to Spain, recognizing its potential for use in flamenco music. By stretching guitar strings along the inside of the tapa, the flamenco musicians were able to create a buzz-like snare sound. Combined with the regular bass tone, this gave the cajón a sound close to a basic drum set. The cajón quickly caught on, not only becoming standard in flamenco, but being used in genres like folk, jazz, blues, and rock. Today, many specialized cajóns are manufactured, some with adjustable strings, some with multiple playing surfaces, and some with a snare mechanism. But the basic concept remains the same, and the story of the cajón shows that the simplest things can have the most amazing potential when you think outside and inside the box.